All right, let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, hiccups. All right, I think that is everything. Just waiting for Steam, Jesus, Twitch to catch up with us. Oh. Hey Dax, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Did you have a good weekend? So for those who were not with you, hate Mondays. Hey man, don't hate Mondays. Mondays are awesome days. It's the Sundays you have to hate. See, Mondays don't. Everyone always blames the Monday. Don't blame the Monday. Blame the Sunday. The Sunday should prepare you for Monday better. I should play Fortnite? No. I don't know, I've actually had a couple people ask if I'd be willing to play it, and I just haven't brought myself to playing it. So. Hey, Magician Man. Do I have a playlist on YouTube? I actually have several playlists on YouTube. Probably for absolutely new players. I would have to say probably the multiplayer with S'more and Adreddin, because S'more was new to the game and we basically walked him through a bunch of the beginning stuff. But if you have questions, feel free to throw them out there. I'll be glad to answer them if I can. Hey, congratulations, Dax. Yeah, I know some people are a little hesitant to ask for tips or have questions answered during live streams because they feel like they're slowing the process down. This is a really relaxed live stream, so I have no problem answering questions for folks. And depending on if I have the ability, resources available, I can usually do examples while I'm playing. So, all right, so. For those who were not here last week, not only did we capture a new ship, we lost the Beast of Burden, which is unfortunate, but it was replaced by this thing. Now, over the weekend, after Friday's live stream, I kept playing a little bit. So on Friday, we built basically the new shipyard construction frame. And after playing, there was a utility ship that we were trying to capture on Friday that unfortunately got away from us. Well, a second one spawned, and I was able to capture it. I got it back here and used this place to rip it apart. But we also picked up the Monarch. And I believe I captured this on camera during Friday. So, yeah. So we have a little fighter ship. At least, what's effectively a little fighter ship. Now, we've been talking about doing some changes to this, where what we're going to do is basically pull off some of the Gatling guns, specifically the two Gatling guns in the back, and replace this assembly in here with shield generators. Or, that's what we were talking about doing. But the thing is that I started looking at the cross-section on this, and it's basically piped a lot, because as you can see, we've got the hydrogen thrusters on it. So what we will probably have to do is to build a new ship, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it does mean we're going to have to move this beast out of the way. So, all right. There you go. So isn't that the ship that this one I think is, actually, find out. It's got an antenna on it, right? Hammer sled is what we have. Which one is that one? Let's go take a look. I'm kind of curious to see which one that is. I know we've seen it, and I could swear we had captured one of these before. Oh, no, we didn't capture one of those. Okay, that thing's actually kind of... What in the hell? It's almost Yeah, it's almost like some of the blocks didn't spawn on it. The hell? Yeah, let's do it this way so we can actually keep up with it. That is an interesting ship design. Look at you. I actually like this. So it's kind of weird that this is just open without like hangar doors or something here to close it off. That is a really odd ship design. You got walkways over here, you've got this. The hell? Oh, nice use of the tires. Large cargo, large reactor, a bunch of chain guns. Turn on the light. Sharky, how you doing, buddy? Demon, welcome to the stream. And that is artificial mass block. Let's take a look and see what this thing's got inside it. I'm not going to go after it, I'm just kind of curious. It's a nice ship design. I'm actually very impressed with the design aesthetic of the ship. Ah, I like that design. Huh. Lots of guns on it. Rocket launcher, obviously. Alright, so we screwed around looking at that thing long enough. It's a nice design. If I was going to steal it, I would not be disappointed with that, I think. Alright. So, like I said, for those who were not with us on Friday, we have gotten a few things done. We now have our general assembly area here for new ships. And we need to set up, or start setting up, basically places to park ships. Trying to figure out if I want... it's really dark over here. Trying to figure out if I want to have a landing pad area down here. Basically, we'll take all of this out, open this up, and then down here we'll just have a have this basically carried down further, and have an area over here where we would have just like a landing pad. What do y'all think about that? Should we do landing pad or should we do hangars? Because if we do hangars, we'll actually end up building different areas out. If we do landing pad, it's much easier, and we get to use all of the space because we won't have individual landing bays. Or maybe a hybrid. Because one of the things that I had thought about doing was setting it up so each one of these holes basically had an area for ships to land in. And then we set one of these up, probably this one, to basically be where we bring new ship. Well, like if we capture a new ship, we bring it in and bring it into the shipyard for teardown. Or if we're building something, we build it in here and then have one of these be the exit. And again, probably this one. Yes, we could use that one. But I think I like the idea of using that one more. Landing pad? Monthly pay ship parking with valet. So what you're saying is maybe have it just be like, have each one of these be its own little landing pad area? Could do that. See, the problem with... So what I'm trying to avoid is having a situation where we have a lot of clutter in here. I want to be able to get ships in and out fairly easily, but still have an area to park other ships. So as we use more ships or we retire some ships, basically we end up having an area where we can set these things down and get them out of the way. I think I'm gonna have to build a lighting ship though. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. We have a few plates on us. Let's go grab some plates. I don't think I have speed modules. Nope. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of the modules. I had one of the ships show up that had it, but it was a one of the heavy frigates, and I don't have the firepower to take that kind of stuff on right now. So let's go ahead and get a few of these. We're not going to need many. Oh, do that, and then drop this stuff off so we have a little bit more space in our inventory. Alright, so let's go, first things first, let's go ahead and start getting some of this set up. Let Bob pick up all that stuff, hopefully. I guess that before I started doing this, I should have checked to see if Bob was actually online, huh? Because Bob may have been turned off. No, looks like Bob's turned on. Yeah, Bob's are turned on. Okay. And basically what we're doing is just opening this up a little bit. And since we have Bob, we don't have to worry about losing the resources. Make Bob work for us here. Keep him busy. Alright. One must always keep Bob active. If you don't keep Bob busy, Bob starts getting into trouble. Alright. And there's nothing worse than a troublesome Bob. Shadow Trooper, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Welcome to the stream for the other folks who are sneaking in. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and is having a terrific Monday thus far. But I do think we are going to drop... Okay, so... just making sure. I was playing around in creative mode earlier today in a different save, and for those who have been around a bit, you know that I have the worst time with the damn tools not resetting properly. So I'm gonna go down just a little bit further here. I want to get this down to here-ish. Oh, now for those who haven't been here for the more of the live streams, we are using the Grind to Learn mod. What that means is that we start with basically no technology, and anything that you want to be able to make, you have to first find in the world and grind it down to the point where you destroy it by grinding it. And what that does is it will unlock the technology for you, and then you can actually start building from there. Alright, so we're going to head up just a wee bit. Alright. Alright, so you're there. We weren't off too far. It's okay because it's all going to come out of here eventually anyway. Now what I really want to get is I want to find a ship with drills on it so we can build the damn drills. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this down here. And the reason why we're doing this is so that we can have everything connected. Oh. Okay, so you're going to go that way. Because in order for you to have things be part of the same grid, they all have to be connected together. Come on. Thank you. Any point in time the debris would like to leave, please. Can only modify or borrow from one of the pirates? No, that's not true. It may seem like that. Alright, so. And that actually works out about to the height that I want it. And we're going to come over here, I think. Now we are not in creative mode. We are actually in survival. So some of the things that you'd normally be able to do, like where you could do control clicks or shift clicks to place large groups of blocks, that function is not available in the survival mode. So I always have to let people know, because there's actually a large number of people who don't play in survival enough to know that you don't have all of the creativity enhancing features. And like I said, this is basically being set up around the idea that we're going to be able to have an area to park some ships down here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. Right. So now that we have some of that figured out, and we said 15 on that first side, we're going to do 15 on this side. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we'll have that swing pretty much straight back. And I'm trying to keep it close enough that we'll be able to have Bobs do repairs on things. So if we park any ships down here, let's see. But yeah, I was gonna say, basically, if we are able to park ships down here, or any ships that we park down here, Bob's gonna take care of for us. And for those who don't know who Bob is the build and repair system, also known as the Nanobot Build and Repair. A rather awesome mod that takes a lot of the tediousness out of Space Engineers. Ooh, Pirate Hunter playthrough. Very nice. How'd that work out for you? That's only off by one. Playing as a Pirate Hunter in this is oftentimes, especially if you're not using just vanilla, if you're using any of the mods that add new ships, pirate hunting can be very, very dangerous in this game. Alright, so grab this, go ahead and grab the plates. Yeah, part of the danger for me in the game has been when you start out, you tend to start with a small grid ship because you don't have a whole lot of resource to build a very capable combat craft in large grids. So you have to go get resources, and since you're starting with small grids, if you fight anything that's a large grid build, the large grid build does a factor of 10 in difference in damage. So yeah, it tends to be rather dangerous for new players. Oh, it's dangerous for old players too, but you know. Yeah, I know my suit energy is low. Did we get everything, or yeah. I sometimes miss when I'm clicking those, so. Oh. This is where you need to have a mod that allows you to have some of the creative tools. Being able to place these blocks in large groupings would be so much nicer. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the last few of these things in here. How are we doing for... There we go. Your computer didn't agree with the amount of ships. Well, that's why you blueprint them and then break them down. Especially if you have a Bob installed. Yeah, blueprint the ship and then just break it down, let Bob recycle it. Take some of the strain off your system. That's basically what I do. If you are new to the game and you're having problems running it because the system requirements, you can also make sure to turn off air tightness, and that will free up a lot of system resource. Alright, go ahead and get a few more of those things in here. See, I had actually wanted to do this off camera. Ah, crap. But I ran out of time. That's what killed your computer? Was all the Bobs? Yeah. Oh, so for the folks who are joining us, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we are doing some Space Engineers today. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and are having a terrific Monday thus far. We are basically regenerating our power here a little bit. Of course we are, it looks like we're fully charged again. And I will show you what we're going to get done here. One of the things I want to do first is, before we get too far into everything, is we're going to build a small portable light system. Right, so I'm almost out of plates. So let's grab some plates. That should be good. And what we'll do is, once we have hopefully we'll get a mining ship. We'll capture a mining ship and be able to get the drills from it. Aquila strike ship, huh? I don't think I've seen one of those before. To the spy cam! Oh, so it looks like just a bigger version of the Monarch. Yeah. That's actually a really cool build. Not planning on messing with it, but bunch of small reactors, loot container. Wow, that is a really small build, but it's large. It's large grid. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice design. Definitely not messing with anything with that many rocket launchers on it, though. Holy crap! It's got 3 fixed point. 1, 2, 4 turrets. 8 Gatling turrets. That thing is nuts. All right. We're not messing with that. Okay. Let's grab this really quick. Alright, so we're almost done with the landing pad area. Once this is actually fully fleshed out, we'll move some of our storage ships down here. And the reason I'm not really that worried about what type of material, normally if I was building a landing area, I will use, what are they called? Blast door blocks. Because the thrusters, I have it set so thrusters do damage to your friendly grids. So what I would normally do is I'd normally put a layer of blast blocks over it. But because we have Bob and it's within range, I'm not that worried about. Oh, I'm not. See the assault corvette is the ship that I kind of want to go after, but it is ridiculously well armed, and we are not anywhere near ready for that thing yet. Have I ever found a derelict station? Not that I can think of offhand. I know that they're supposed to be in the game. I've never found one. I don't usually go looking for the derelicts. It's only in the on the YouTube side that I've been doing that one. But I am kind of curious to see exactly what's in there. I just haven't looked at the ships in the system blueprint folder. So there's a folder that has blueprints of all the ships that can spawn, and I just haven't looked at it. Like I said, I've been told that there are derelict stations, but I've never seen one. But again, take that with a grain of salt, because like I said earlier, I don't tend to go looking for the derelicts often. I'm liking the Raven though. The Raven was a community-built ship that got implemented into the derelict system. They basically broke it. It's a really nice ship though. Yeah, like I said, I've heard rumors that they're there, but I've never seen one, so I would take that with a very, very large grain of salt. I would say a Dead Sea-sized grain of salt. And so we're going to go take this out here. Just opening this up a little bit. We need more iron anyway. We're starting to run a little bit low. We're not going to do too much of this. Just a couple of minutes of, just a couple of quick minutes of that. And it should be okay for now. Bob is going to pick that stuff up for us. We are going to relocate this ship. Let's bring the ions online. Oh, I think I actually renamed one of these. Right in here. There we go. Let's use this thing leveled off. Nothing worse than accidentally crashing your ship because you weren't paying attention to your pitch. Let's go ahead and get this stuff. Bring our nose down. We're going to back her up a little bit. Brings new meaning to the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, right? And go ahead and back you up. I'm going to back you up. All right. That looks pretty level. Alright, so that we can go ahead and shut those off. And I think we want to have a little bit of fun with it. Oh, let's see, let's go here. Yeah, we'll go there. One, two, three, four. There we go. Might rework that front section, but you know, works for now. I should actually take that whole thing up like another 4 blocks or so, maybe 5 blocks. Yeah, let's do that. Two, three. Let's do it that way instead. Ha ha ha. Trying to get it up, trying to get the light mounted high enough that you get more of the ship in the spotlight. Yeah, I'm liking that better. That's better. And film on the planet. Yeah, I've had that happen a few times myself. All right. And the light doesn't have to be very bright. The lighting system in Space Engineers is a little limited, unfortunately. We're getting close to the point of where we are basically at max illumination. So, but yeah, so see, have a little spotlight for the ship down there. Okay, so now that we have that there, let's go ahead and move this beast out of the way. Now this thing doesn't have landing gear on it. I don't think I will actually put landing gear on this thing. It's a little big for landing gear. But I do want to get it out of the way so we can get a combat craft started. And we should have enough room to drop this thing down in betwixt. Move you forward just a little bit. There we go. The ship and all the other ships decided to fall in chronological order, one after the other. Was it all of them just batteries ran out and you had no reactors or anything? Because I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty damn funny. Nice. Alright. Okay, so now that this thing is mostly out of the way, actually, how much power do you have? You have 18 days worth of fuel. Alright, so you're okay for a little while. Alright. Let's go ahead and get back up here. So we now have this giant area for building. So now the question is, are we building a large grid or a small grid ship? You don't have any of the materials for reactors? Ow. That hurts. That's the thing, like, you know, I actually use the hydrogen mod as well for some of my builds. So basically, for those who don't know what the hydrogen reactor mod is, it's a system that introduces liquid hydrogen as a fuel type. So there's a complete line of items that you have to have in order to produce the fuel. And what you do is you harvest ice, put it into this processor. The processor will give you liquid helium, or liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen. And then if you want to use them as their gas form, so say you have like hydrogen thrusters, or you want to be able to refill your oxygen or hydrogen tanks, they have a device called an evaporator, and they have a hydrogen and an oxygen evaporator. It's two different devices. And that will take the liquid version of what you've produced and turn it back into a gas. Now, the liquid version of hydrogen actually fuels the hydrogen reactor. And depending on which of the reactor types you're using, you can get various amounts of power out of them. And some of them are pretty good. The really big one that I want to use is something like, I want to say 5 gigawatts. Or no, it's like 103 gigawatts. I don't remember now. But it's just some ridiculous amount of power. So yeah, we haven't used it, but we want to. So I'm thinking we're gonna turn the bulbs off for a minute. Give me your bulb. So we're gonna shut you down for just a bit. So how are we doing for plates? We're actually doing pretty good for plates. Can I can build jump drives now. Yes, yes, okay. That is rather awesome. Alright, so we're gonna drop that out, drop that out. I'm not using those for right now, so let's go ahead and get things reorganized. Now, we have a choice. We can use heavy armor. If we go large grid, see, I don't know if the difference in mass is worth it or if it's better to have a lot of shields. Alright, let's see what this, that's small shield. Let's see what the large ship, or the large shield small ship. See, there's no upgrades on this. So if we go large ship, we end up with 16 upgrade points. And I'm thinking if we do this, right, we go like that. Come on. So if we do this, what we're going to do is we're going to actually put that there. We are going to put there. Is that right? I think that's right. Looks right. Okay. Now we don't have the parts necessary to finish this entire thing, but what I want to do is we are going to have this be a ridiculously over shielded ship. This is going to be a severely heavy combat focused ship. So if you remember those little upgrade those little upgrade modules, the reason we spun this thing the way we did was so that yes, that's right. Wait a second. Ah, crap. Of course my inventory is full. Bob, which one of you is turned on? I just realized Bob was turned on and he's not supposed to be. Alright, come here, you. Paint the whole thing pink. Where is... May as well turn all of the Bobs back on for a second. Alright. I'm saying, dude, oh wait, Bob's actually still turned on. Son of a... Alright, so you need to be removed, and I believe we have a Bob down here too. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. One of those days. Okay. Okay, so we want you like a so. Damn it. Will you quit? There we go. So we're going to go like that. Like that. Now I'm fairly certain I turned off auto rotate. Okay, this time we got it right. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to throw them out there. I'll be happy to explain what we're doing and what some of my thought process is on this design. Alright, so we're going to go with that. We're going to end up with large thrusters back here. Grab our conveyor and cargo. So we're going to run our cargo block there. So that's going to be nacelle. We're going to have thrusters here, run thrusters down probably the sides here. Grab an O2 generator out of here. So we'll do that. Oh, itchy ears. Sorry about that. Hey, look, another Monarch. Yeah, I've gotten complacent, so when I see Bob welding stuff up, I don't really think about it anymore. Alright, so we got that, we got that. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to maybe if we flip that like that. I guess what I'm thinking here is having this push back here instead of up on top allows us to put the connector here in the back, because we're going to have a large thruster here, or maybe even two actually. Let's see what we got. Let's get you out of there. Let's grab you. And see, these things tend to be rather ridiculously oversized. Now if we do that, you could do that, that. I kind of like that idea, actually. We got that. We're going to run, say, now these are actually placeholders, just so that I know where my connectors are, so that I can pipe things through if I need to. And you are a connector there, you're going to be on there. I have found through trial and error this actually helps me in my planning, because what happens is if you decide that you want to have, say, hydrogen thrusters to make this thing planet landing capable, atmospheric capable, if you don't know where your connectors are, your ability to pipe into your network, you end up having to rip your ship apart. And I want to avoid that if possible. Alright, so we got that, we got that. So we don't need the shields. We don't need this. I might need another reactor in the future, but we'll go with what we've got for now. All right, and we're gonna go like this. And we're going to do this on both sides. And basically what this is doing is it's just giving us places to mount more things. And it gives me a little bit better idea of what we're looking at for surface area. So if we want to put weapons here, we're going to need that. That. And that's going with the idea of only having one block of armor all the way back. I'm going to have that mounted over the top, which means I'm going to need at least a block and a half. Yeah, we can get that to work. So you're there. How many blocks is that? Oh, that actually works out really well. Okay. We can make that work. So if I put any turrets, the vanilla turrets have a 3x3 area around them that you can't place anything else. So this actually works out so I can have 3 turrets up here. Nice. All right. And what I might do is be a little fancy with it. I might run, so that's there, so it would have to be, here would be the next closest place I could put another turret. So if I build that up one, build that up one, and that there. Okay. And we'll probably end up with something like this. I don't want to greeble it. I don't want to get too far into the greeble thought process yet. But just to give you an idea of what I'm kind of thinking at this point, something like this. There. Because then if we take, actually I'm not going to be able to do that, because what I can do though is I can go, let's do this. If we do that, and we do that, you see that grid, that space around it, you can't place anything? Yep. So you'll end up with something like this. And then if we decide to put more turrets in, I'm thinking, let's grab that out of here really quick. You do something like that. And we can do that on both sides here. There. So hopefully you see where I'm going with that concept, at least. And then we'll end up with basically a mirror what we have here, where we'll have the 2x1 ramp that ties that together and brings it across here. Oh, the spinal cannons? Yeah, the spinal lasers, those things are awesome. How do you like them? So what we need to do is we need to get a few things built into the ship since we're going to have space there. Let's go like this. If we put the gyros there, there's the 6 gyros. Epic music of construction is epic. Okay, so if we do that. Anyone else feel like they should now be in like some kind of action movie? So that comes all the way out. Be more efficient. Oh, that's a new ship. Oh, we've seen that one before. Spy satellite, go! Spy satellite went a little too fast. Look at you. You're a pretty one. You've got jump drive, you've got atmospheric. Nice bridge setup. You look like you might be worth taking on. The one thing I don't like about these ships is that they tend to not have any weapons under them. Let's see. Are you actually... Wow, you got turrets inside, though. Okay. Any upgrade modules? See, I'm really looking for upgrade modules. If they don't have upgrade modules, I'm not really that interested in taking them on. Doesn't look like they have upgrade modules. That's rather unfortunate. It's a cute design, though. I'm seeing sensors. That's a really nice design. I love the Reddit mod. This thing is awesome. Just because of the number of ships that it introduces. And they're all vanilla builds. So it's like, you don't need anything special when you're working with them. Alright. Crashing bug? Yeah. Alright, so now the question is, do we want to have the ship set up around the idea of being sealed so that we actually have a like a small area to walk around in, or do we want just basically a very simple cockpit? Yes, do both. Great. Oh. So if we go... Let's go and get the turrets out of here, because we're not using those right now, so... if we do this... Alright, so let's go. I apologize if I go a little quiet. For those who are new to the channel, I tend to often get lost in my thought process. And that does come back to haunt me sometimes. So if we do something like this. Oh, we do have the airlocks. We could actually get away with doing the corner airlock. I think I like this idea better, where we go with just a regular airlock here. And then we can put a second one there. So put a vent here. Can we get away with that? So let's go with this idea then. We're going to say that. Put the two rotaries in. That'll be sealed, that'll be sealed. So let's get you out of there. Let's go ahead and grab the 2x1s. We'll move the thrusters for now. We'll do 1x1s. Need to grab some grids. or not grids, but girders should be in here. Yep. Grab those. Oh. Think Twitch is derping? Twitch is always derping. Yep. A phantom? Okay. I need to know what it is. I'm entirely too curious sometimes. What in the hell? Dude! Look at this! You have modules? Now that is a ridiculous efficient ship design. Ridiculously compact. Nice use of the walkways, by the way. That is nice. I'm almost willing to go liberate this thing. Multiple paths through the ship. Very nicely designed. And the cockpit's basically, this is, to give you an idea, this is kind of what I was thinking about with the cockpit for the ship that we're working on right now. Something like that, where we'll end up with, you know, a command chair basically like here, and you'll be able to walk around on the side here, in theory at least. Yeah. We're doing, oh yeah, it's doing windows. That's right. Do a window like that. Do a window like that. Hey Shadow, thanks for the bits, man. I appreciate that. And we want... I don't need any more of the 2x1s, but I will need you guys. I think that is... I need the 2x1s. Let's grab the windows. We should have some 2x1 slopes. There they are. So we end up with that. That and that. See, and hopefully this will be airtight. If it's not, then I'll have to change some of the design, but that's okay. It won't be the first time, won't be the last. And then you are going to go... Actually, you know what? There we go. I've got a better idea for that. In fact, I've got a better idea for you too. Come here. Do that. That. Okay, so I think we're about ready to turn Bob back on, let him do his thing for a little bit. Now we're going to drop that. We're going to drop that. We're going to grab the 2x1 sloped window. Alright, so that's there. Alright, so let's get Bob set up so that he's producing, well, welding this stuff up so that we can get everything sorted, and then we can start skinning the ship around. But I do think I want to change the thrusters back here. Actually, do we want to change the thrusters? So what do y'all think? Should we have the thrusters in the aft mirror the front, or should we do something a little bit different with the ones in the aft? Meme vid in the chat. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, so I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and let Bob start welding this stuff up. And we'll try one thruster set on this side. We'll try a different thruster design on the other side. And see which one we like better. Yeah? Okay, Bobs. Come here, buddy. Shipyard Bobs. Go! How about you guys turned on? And I do want to put some batteries in here too, so what I'm thinking is we may sneak some use batteries in here to protect some of this. Can I get? No. So if we go, Let's let Bob weld this stuff up first, and we'll figure out what we need after that. So what do you need? You're probably missing reactor components. Yeah, you are missing reactor components, which is going to require us to find some silver. Now, one of the things that we're going to run into is that we've got this thing seriously stacked with shields. I may need to put in a second reactor, which was another reason for having the design set up like this, because this way we can always drop another reactor back here if we need to. Basically take this stuff out. Oh, you know what? No, let's go ahead and we are going to actually have to redesign the back of this thing, which is fine. I don't mind. Because we need you to come out, you to come out, you to come out, you to come out, and you. Because we're going to need a second reactor back here because of the shields. I'm looking at it going, basically, if we have this thing in place the way we have it right now, what we end up with is a system. Let's go that way, that way. Yeah, okay. We basically end up with a system that can't support the shields, because when the shields start recharging, basically everything else on board the ship is going to go offline. I'm actually going to use a combination of in-place weapons as well as like forward firing, as well as the turrets. The primary. Ooh, just the Gemini Mark 1. That's a really nice ship. But that thing has got weapons on it that will blow us out of the air. But yeah, so what I was going to say is I'm planning on using both in place as well as, forward firing fixed, as well as the turrets. And we're going to have a lot of turrets on this thing. So if we do this, there we go. We can do that. And that way, if you have somebody out here with their own rifle, they actually have a little, you crouch down over here. Be like, aha! Bada 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 bada, right? Alright. So, do we have... You are probably missing all sorts of stuff. You're missing computers and power cells. So that's 240, 480, 960. Let's go ahead and make 1,000 power cells. We'll have you do that. We are completely out of silver at this point, I believe. Yeah, we're we're a bit out of silver. All right. So we're basically just waiting for one of these batteries to come online. Now it needs computers, so I'm gonna go ahead. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and make like 1,000 computers. I didn't realize I was out of computers, actually. I am completely out of computers. That is not good. Alright, so you... I can't be completely out of computers. Are they down here? Come here, you. You might as well be useful. Okay. Oh, I'm out of power. Son of a bitch. Alright. That explains why the screen got so dark. Landing gears holding warheads. Abandon all hope. Nice. Well, if you really want just a ridiculous ship build, check out Wasted Space's Lotus. It's like the Death Lotus, I think it's called, or Steel Lotus or something like that. Basically, he uses a timer with gyros, with gyro overrides, that puts the entire ship into a rotational spin. It separates these like projectiles that have their own gyros on them, which also start spinning. And it's basically like he's got one version with warheads, he's got one version with cargo blocks. It is nasty. Yeah, Wasted Space. If you're looking for him over on the YouTube side, it'll be W4 STED. He's uploaded quite a few things. He associates with Shaq and the guys over on the Armco side. He is one of the affiliates of Armco, but he has his own channel as well. They definitely worth checking out his builds. He's got some just amazing mess with people style designs. And you are missing computers and shield components. You're just missing shield components. Okay. So we could go like this. See, I'm really tempted to do a design that's more like this. I think this is what I'm going to end up doing. And then obviously I can't put anything over here because it's in the way. Poor planning on the panda's part. Alright. So what's better, big or small thrusters? Okay, so it depends on what you're trying to do. Large thrusters will give you more acceleration, but at a worse power conversion rate. The amount of thrust you get per unit of power consumed is actually better. So you have a higher specific impulse with small thrusters than you do with the large thrusters. So it just comes down to what you're trying to do. If you're trying to accelerate quickly and you're not worried so much about power consumption, then the large thrusters are going to be better for you. If you're trying to keep the build as efficient as possible, small thrusters. But then there comes the question of, if you do want speed, you're going to need a lot of small thrusters, at which point it actually, while each individual thruster is more efficient, the total efficiency is in favor of the large thruster, if that makes sense. Hey, looks like we've got power on board the ship. Alright. So, how paranoid does this make you feel? Alright, so we are going to put a seat in. We actually want the flight seat. And I'm thinking I want the flight seat back here. Yeah, I think I like the way that engine system is going to work out a little bit better. You know, screw it. Just grab them all. There you go. And we know that this thing holds atmosphere, which is awesome. But we do need to now tie in an oxygen system, which I think we can do right there. Put you out of there, put you there. So maybe something like that. Actually, the thrusters are going to be... So the thrusters are going to be mounted there for that one. So we actually want you to go there. Come here, Bob. We're going to have you remove that thruster again. Sorry, Bob. I know you hate that. Alright, so... There we go. That's better. Hey, there's another Gremlin light. We already captured one of those. Kamikaze craft like heavy armor and a warhead, huh? If you're going... so anytime you do a... me personally, anytime I do a kamikaze craft build, I put really big thrusters in the back and only enough thrusters in reverse to basically keep control of the ship. Because the idea is that you're trying to get in someplace very quickly to deliver whatever you're trying to deliver. So it's more important to be able to get through things quickly than it is to get there efficiently. Let me have this. Okay. So we've got at least one braking thrust, two braking thrust. What do you need? You need a crap ton of thruster components. So we need at least 2K, 3, 4K, 5K, 6K. Wow, that's a lot of thruster components. Okay. We should be able to get away with like 5K of them. How much platinum do we have? Ooh. Helps if I spell it correctly. All right. Okay, so you are still producing those. Are all of our batteries online? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. You are still missing. Okay. So while you guys are working on those, what did we say? 5,000? It's going to require 600 platinum. How much gold do we have? we may run out of gold. There's 58 there. Yeah, we need we need to go get some gold. We need to get some silver. Oh man, let's see what we got in the refineries. So let's look at assemblers here. Cobalt we have, but the gold, platinum are the two things that we're going to need. I'm kind of tempted to just strap a jump drive to this thing somewhere. just throw it on there anywhere. It's okay. You know what? Screw it. We need one. You need all sorts of stuff. So you need superconductors. You need power cells. I'm almost tempted. And I mean, I am really, really tempted at this point to paint this thing pink. And basically let the parts be recycled for up there. What do y'all think? Should we do it? Yeah, if you log in every day, there's basically you get a reward for doing it after 3 days, I think it is. You start getting like 100,000 the GTA bucks. You get like 100,000 a day or something like that. But all right, what do you think? So should I paint this thing pink? It's like we just got it finished in the upgrades, and it's like because it's got a lot of nice parts on there that we could use for our other ship. Tell you what, let's grab a blueprint of it. What's this thing called? This is the... We're going to rename this. It's a panda sled. And in that way, if we decide we want to later, we can always come back and rebuild it. Let's see. You see, it's actually got a bunch of materials in it too. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and go cargo. We're just going to drop all this stuff off over here. Is there any ice? No tanks. Okay. Alright. Paint it pink and let Bob rip it apart. Okay. I may break this thing down for parts too. Alright. Look at all the Bobs. Nah, you won't be able to annoy me with it. I tend to be very relaxed about that kind of stuff. I give Sharky crap about it, but you know, most people I don't. Whatever. Alright, so I think this is about where we're going to probably wrap it up today because, well, Bob's got a huge task ahead of him to break all this stuff down, get the parts up there, and get things welded up. I have a feeling you split those damn superconductors here, didn't you? You sure as hell did. There we go. So get one jump drive online first, you silly bot. Well, we do have monitoring bots in the channel, so even if Sharky spams, it will eventually get tired of him and kick him automatically. So. It's you. You need lots of computers. And you need computers. Okay. Are we done building power cells yet? Almost. Oh. Alright. So, yeah, I am going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit those likes and follows. Sharky has already spammed the links, but if you are over on the YouTube side, you want to see more, be sure to join us over on YouTube. If you have any questions or comments, always feel free to reach out to me. You can find me over on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter or on Discord. Discord is probably the best place. Twitter would be, well, actually, Twitter's probably the best place, and Discord's the second best, so. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for stopping in. Had a lot of fun hanging out with you. And, yeah, as always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. And have a fantastic, fantastic week.